To me, alone and lonely mean two different things. Alone is sort of like when your friends have other plans or your family's out of town, so you're alone. But lonely, on the other hand, it feels like nobody has you. So alone is the physical form of being alone, but lonely is feeling alone, feeling disconnected from other people, even though there are people around you. Now, why I'm telling you this is because when I started to create content, make videos on YouTube, I realized that the journey that I was set on is gonna be a lonely road. I didn't have any friends who were interested in photography, filmmaking / video making in any kind. Moreover, they actually preferred to stay away from the camera. They didn't want to pose for me in photos, etc. So even the closest person to me, my fiance, who I love to death, wants to stay away from the camera. She doesn't want to touch the camera. She doesn't want to be in front of the camera. And I understand that. I have to respect that. I must respect that. They're my friends. Some people just don't want to show some things to the world, if anything at all. Now, the thing is, when you start to create content, people around you don't have any idea what content creation is. Even when I started, I wasn't 100% sure what content creation is. Even if you are starting now, even you're not 100% sure what content creation is until you start. Hell, even after a few years of creating content and making videos, I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing. But when you start making content, the people around you, they don't have a grasp on the thing you are doing, and because of that, it's hard for them to care. And for you, it might feel like they don't care at all, but they do. They care about you. They're probably just thinking that how much and why they should care about the thing you are doing. Even sometimes my family and friends ask me how I'm doing, and I just give them some stats on how I'm doing, how far I've come from the day I started, and they actually sometimes even get a little bit surprised. And then there's the physical aspects of things. And what I mean by that is, when you're in front of the camera, you can't take a natural moving shot, for example, unless you're using a slider. And talking about sliders, all the equipment, that is a whole ordeal by itself. The doors are opening by themselves. You gotta learn about cameras, you gotta learn about lenses, you gotta learn about different kind of equipment like suction cup mounts and said sliders. If you're a gamer, you got to know about computers and consoles, you gotta know about frame rates and resolution, and if you want to tune out your computer, you gotta know about the components that will give you the desired frame rate and resolution. And if you want to stream, you gotta know about capture cards, you're gonna know about software that screen record or send that stream like OBS. If you want to do tutorials, OBS is good for that too. So there's a lot of things you gotta know, and it's a whole ordeal. I know it was overwhelming for me at first. And talking about different kind of angles, etc., if you gotta put your camera into a place that feels a little bit hazardous, nobody's holding it, it's only like hanging through a thread or something, so it's kind of hazardous. Even leaving your camera on a tripod and walking a distance from it, you never know what's gonna happen, but you just gotta have some guts. You just gotta try out different things to see what fits your style and what you feel comfortable with. Now, after creating for a while, you'll get some friends that have the same mindset and same subject and source of inspiration as you do, and you'll start to collaborate. And that is great, because if something, you'll at least learn something from others. The fact is that for most, the collaboration part is going to be probably about 20%, if even that. And those creator friends, they have other creator friends they're going to collaborate with and do content with, travel around with. And adding that to the loneliness of this craft, you're probably gonna sometimes feel left out. I know I did. But if you look at creators in general creating content on YouTube, look at those videos. Most of those videos are just one person talking to the camera about a subject that they're really interested in. I don't see loneliness as a negative thing in content creation, because when you create by yourself, for yourself, you learn a lot about yourself. You come up with a unique style that fits you. Now, looking back at the things that I've said in this video, you just gotta concentrate on yourself and the people who are enjoying your content. Don't worry about collaborations, and definitely don't waste your time thinking on what other people think. That said, now's the time to have that pity party. You just gotta have that pity party and get it over with. Stop dwelling that it's sometimes lonely and just enjoy things you do and be happy with it. You know, pity party.
This is my pity party. I'm gonna cry all night and I'll flip the bird at the guys. I don't need nobody. This is my pity party. I'll do just what I want, yeah. I'll dance on top of the bar. I won't come down on it. I'll just do what